vacation. Here I am at one of my favorite places, the beach. When I'm on summer vacation, I never think about math. That's the best part. No school. Yep, I love the beach. Look at all this sand. I know I'm not supposed to think about math, but that's an awful lot of sand. I wonder how many grains of sand there are on our beaches. That must be a really, really big number. I don't even know how to begin to figure it out. Just in one handful, there must be millions of grains of sand. Boy, that trip to the beach sure was fun. I sure wish I wasn't thinking about math. Well, I'm on my way to the park, just to have a little bit of lunch. You want to come? So, let's see what I've got for lunch. Well, to be honest, it's my leftover egg sandwich from breakfast. Anyway, so, this is another one of my favorite things to do. I love to eat my lunch in the park. I like to look around at all the trees, and you know I'm crazy about birds. So, this is the perfect way to spend an afternoon on summer vacation. And I'm not going to think about math. Great looking lawn. Look at all those blades of grass. I'm not supposed to think about math, but I wonder how many blades of grass are on the lawn in this park. I bet it's a really big number. So we thought we'd just ask some people how many blades of grass they thought were on the lawn. So I found these nice folks to help us out. How many blades of grass do you think are on the lawn?
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead. Ladies first.
Ladies first. 1 million.
1 million.
That's a good guess. That's a really big number.
Oh, I would say 3 million.
3 million.
I would say 45 million.
45 million.
Wow, that's even bigger number. Thanks for helping us out. Okay, so I found somebody else I can ask about the blades of grass. How many blades of grass do you think are on the lawn?
I believe there's 55 million.
55 million.
5 million.
That's a good guess.
Or 56.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye-bye. I really do want to figure out, even though I'm not supposed to be doing any math on summer vacation, I really do want to figure out how much grass is on this lawn. So, I picked all the grass in a square inch. And here are all the blades. So now I just need to count them. To figure out how many blades of grass were in the field, we took a look at the size of the field and measured 100 feet on one side by 100 feet on the other side, which is the same as 1,200 inches on each side. So to figure out how many square inches there are on their field, we took 1,200 and multiplied it again by 1,200 and got 1,440,000 square inches covering our entire field. This is about the size of a square inch. These square inches are covering our field. In fact, there's 1,440,000 of them in the field. Now, to figure out how many blades of grass are in each of these square inches, I pulled grass from 10 square inches randomly all over the field and counted the blades. When I averaged them all together, I figured out that there were about 196 blades of grass in each square inch. Now, to figure out how many blades of grass are covering the field, the whole field, we have to take our 1,440,000 square inches and multiply that by 196 blades of grass, and we come up with a grand total of 282,240,000 blades of grass in the field. Now let's take apart this number. Each of the sections of the number are called periods. We have the millions period, the thousands period, and the units period. And in each one, we have ones, tens, and hundreds. These are the ones, tens, and hundreds for the units, and the thousands and millions have them as well. Ones, tens, and hundred thousands, and ones, tens, and hundred millions. To read the number, we look at each period by itself and read the number. So this one is 282, but they're millions. 282 million, 240,000, and no units. So putting it all together, we have 282,240,000 blades of grass in the field. So, even on summer vacation, I have work to do. Come on with me while I do my shopping and Stop and Shop. I've even gotten past the produce department, and I'm already overwhelmed by big numbers. How many tomatoes are grown in the U.S. every year? And look at all those cantaloupes over there. How many cantaloupes do you think Americans eat in a year? Oh, goodness gracious. Avocados. How many avocados do we import from Mexico every year? I don't want people to think I'm crazy, but I just started peeling my corn, and you know what I'm thinking. It's a really big number. Oh, tomatoes. How many tomatoes are in the world and how many are grown in the U.S.? That's what we wanted to find out. So, if we're looking in the entire world, there are lots and lots of tomatoes grown. In fact, there are 145,751,507 tons. These are the units, these are the thousands, and this is the millions period. Remember, they're periods separated by a comma. And remember that each period has ones, so these are the 1,000s, tens, these are the 10,000s, and hundreds, these are the 100,000s. In the U.S., our farmers grow 12,902,000 tons of tomatoes every year. These are the millions. We have 1 million, and we have the 10 millions. And of course, if there was a digit in the front, those would be the 100 millions. Remember, our periods are separated by commas, thousands and unit periods. I can't believe that I just bought milk yesterday, and here I am at the store buying more milk. Well, I guess. It's an awful lot of milk. Oh, I know you know what I'm thinking. It's a math problem. I bet it's a really big number if I could find out how much milk America drinks every day. Let's see if we can find out. So how many gallons of milk does America drink? This is only a half gallon. I've been buying one of these every day, it seems. We drink an awful lot of milk in my house. Did you know that the average American drinks 44.7 gallons of milk a year? That's only a half gallon. Wow! Every person in the U.S. drinks that much milk. That's a lot of milk. No wonder I buy it every day. Well, you know what? There are 316,512,887 people in the U.S., and they each drink that much milk. So to figure out how much milk we drink as a country, we're going to take those two numbers and multiply them together to figure out how much milk we drink. And the grand total is 14,148,126,048 gallons of milk every year. Remember how to read this. 14,148,126,048 gallons of milk a year. Boys and girls, this is your ending assignment. I want you to write your answers in your notebook. Number 1, what are the periods? I want you to be specific. Go back to the video if you need to refresh your memory. Number 2, explain to a younger student how to read a big number. Make sure you don't leave out any steps. Number 3, this is a thinking question. How many hundreds are in 1,000? You can show your work and write a sentence about your answer.
93 million miles from the sun. People get ready, 'cause here it comes. It's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon into